Welcome back to the Hot 7 Nightly News. Thank you for staying with us. After a recent report was released revealing statistics, including that in 2018, St. Lucia's GDP grew by a paltry 0.6%, Prime Minister Alan Chasney admits that he is utterly embarrassed over the figures and is working hard to get the numbers up.
Prime Minister Alan Chasney has expressed a high level of embarrassment over the recent statistics, which reveal that the island's gross domestic product, GDP, in 2018 was dismal to say the least. According to reports, Director of the Economics Unit, Dr. Justin Ram, said that a recent country economic review for last year revealed a GDP growth of 0.6%. Reports also indicated that this was attributed to a slow pace of implementation, particularly of public works projects over the last year. Reportedly, Ram said he expects a 3% growth in 2019 because certain measures have been put in place to speed up the implementation process. When asked for his thoughts on the statistics, this is what the PM had to say.
Since Dr. Ram was here last, our numbers have been revised. These are always projections during the year. Despite our best efforts to be able to have quarterly numbers, I myself have been disappointed that we've not been able to achieve that. And unlike what a lot of people may think, the Prime Minister's office and the Minister of Finance's office has very little input with regards to the statistical information that comes out. So, and I'm embarrassed to tell you this, that there are times in which you're finding out the information at the same time that I'm finding out the information. But I think the Statistics Department has tried its best to keep the integrity of its own numbers. So even after we've had a budget, the numbers that are given are genuinely estimates.
Addressing the matter of implementation, Chasney explained that the bulk of the issue is out of the government's hands.
In terms of implementation, it's not been a problem with implementation on the public sector side. It really has been implementation on the private sector side. So for instance, the Sandals project up north was supposed to have commenced since October. But unfortunately, due to the landings taking the DCA to court, that court case has been delayed. My understanding is that a new date for March 28th has been established. I'm really hopeful that we can bring this to a fast conclusion. Remember, the case against the DCA is for a judicial review. When we've reviewed the process, and again, I know it's something that's in the court, so I don't want to prejudice the case, but we're very satisfied so far that the DCA did everything it was supposed to do.
The PM was quick to highlight that last year's figures are already on the rise and are en route to improving significantly.
So we've already seen a pickup from that 0.6 number, so I can assure you that the number is not 0.6%. But we will be having our budget, so I can officially tell you that the throne speech will be on April 8th, and then the budget policy debate will continue the following week. So we hope to have everything completed, if I'm not mistaken, by April 19th. So it'll be from April 8th to April 19th, and that there will be numbers coming out at that point. So it's not too long to be able to wait.
Chasney listed a number of major capital projects, which he stated are set to propel the GDP statistics, including the redevelopment of the Urinora International Airport and the signed road contracts. He said he is certain that 2020 will be a big year for St. Lucia. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
The Police Welfare Association's President, Travis Chico, is urging members of the St. Lucia Fire Service, the St. Lucia Teachers Union, and the public service members of the Civil Service Association to use the recent industrial impasse as an example to teach them that they need to act immediately and effectively towards getting their voices heard when facing employment grievances.
What has been the Police Welfare Association's secret to making progress on negotiations when fellow unions are finding it difficult to move forward and have had to resort to industrial action? Although the association has not begun negotiations on salaries, the president, Travis Chico, is pleased with the negotiations on fringe benefits. In contrast, Sister unions say it's been difficult to get the GNT around the bargaining table to begin with. Chico says the successful formula has been simple thus far for the Police Welfare Association. Make proposals early and apply pressure where needed.
If anyone could have who would have followed the Welfare Association from June, July of last year, we were very aggressive in terms of calling out the government and setting up the GNT and also putting things in place so that we could have had our meetings. What I could say, when we wrote and they wrote back and we were not impressed with what they wrote, we went above them to go to the Prime Minister, demanding that we need our positions at the round table. So we've had 5-6 meetings, and today is going to be another meeting. As I've said, I have urged my brothers and other associations that are affiliated to the Welfare Association to do the same, because we're really not in a position where we could just sit back and wait for the GNT, but as servants to the people, we must always push that first to ensure that there can be some positive resolve in terms of getting those meetings going.
As the associations met with the GNT on Monday, Chico was hopeful of concluding negotiations on fringe benefits to clear the way for the much-anticipated negotiations on salaries.
We intend to sign a few articles of fringe benefits that we felt that on the last occasion we would have made proper justifications. So this morning that's where we are. Hopefully after we've done that, we could start looking at salary increases for the police officers.
The president, however, makes it clear that the Police Welfare Association supports the Teachers Union, the Fire Service Association, and the CSA in their struggle for better pay and safer working conditions. The unions have undertaken industrial action in response to what they say are protracted negotiations with the government negotiating team, GNT.
A surprisingly positive social media challenge, which has been growing in popularity around the globe, is now in St. Lucia. Unlike numerous past challenges which range from less than smart to downright dangerous, the trash tag challenge is posing a threat to two things only: pollution and global warming.
It would seem that a new social media challenge is getting people all over the world up on their feet, but for all the right reasons. The challenge, known as #TrashTag, went viral on the 5th of March after Byron Rahman of Arizona, USA, shared a pair of photos on social media with the caption, "Here is a new hashtag challenge for all you bored teens. Take a photo of an area that needs some cleaning or maintenance, then take a photo after you've done something about it and post it." He then called for people worldwide to join the cause. Well, that call was answered right here in St. Lucia, where the Babonneau Youth Synergy, led by Aldrich Edward, rounded up his troops and got to cleaning. Edward said it was whilst browsing through Facebook that he came across the challenge and felt compelled to take part.
The mere fact that we are an environmental organization, we decided that this is something that we have to partake in. But it actually fell in line with a project that we actually wanted to undertake, which is cleanup of the Marquee Beach. And Marquee is one of these areas on the East Coast that's pretty much, I guess, a lot of fishers actually go there to create some form of livelihood for themselves. But that river also journeys through a lot of the communities around Babonneau and runs off into the ocean. Now, we know of the use of plastics and how persons indiscriminately, dispose of that. But the beach, of course, was burdened with plastic. I mean, you could just literally just go around and for a few seconds count up to over thousands of plastics and stuff like that, which is why we actually decided that we should undertake a project like that. And the mere fact that I saw the challenge, I say, perfect opportunity.
Edward said the fun aspect of the task more than made up for the time taken to complete it.
The activity took approximately 2 to 3 hours, but knowing young persons, we also, we did a little cookout and stuff like that, and this is something that we always enjoy doing. We hang out by the river, we cook our food, we bathe, we joke around, we do whatever. But altogether, we collected a total of at least 25 garbage bags filled with trash. And that amounted to at least 125 pounds of predominantly plastics.
Is this an initiative you can see yourself continuing?
Oh, definitely. We're already eyeing the Louvet and the Kaides areas. These areas definitely need some serious attention, and we've already spoken to Ayanola, Ms. Francilia Solomon, and definitely this is something that we're going to be looking forward to.
The BYS president said he hopes that the challenge grows from strength to strength, both locally and internationally. He implored St. Lucians to do like Roman said and join the cause.
We are our own killers, and the way we treat the environment, that's the way the environment is going to treat us eventually. So an initiative like this, I think every organization or every individual rather should partake in it, and we definitely need it, because we need to take example from all of these things that we see happening, especially when it comes to global warming and all of these things. These do contribute to that whole thing. So we definitely need to go out there and play our part, because the environment really needs this.
And you see something like this picking up in St. Lucia?
I'm kind of hoping that everybody would take note of that and actually partake in it, because really and truly our nation needs it. Especially what's really bad, when tourists come to the island and they actually say, well, wow, this island is really dirty, and that actually sad to say, but yeah, that place is a very bad picture on us, so we definitely need to partake in that initiative.
The cleanup took place on Sunday 17th of March and consisted of a team of 25 persons. Edwards said participants were on site and ready to go from 7 a.m. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Her Majesty the Queen, as the head of the Commonwealth, is thanking inspirational volunteers across the 53 Commonwealth nations for the difference they make in their communities and beyond. The woman, who has worked tirelessly toward the cause of helping cancer patients, has received due recognition from royalty when Prince Charles made his visit to St. Lucia on Sunday. The Faces of Cancer founder received commendation for her voluntary work, which has officially spanned a decade.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, as head of the Commonwealth, has recognized Dorothy Phillip, representing St. Lucia, as one of the 92nd Commonwealth Points of Light awardees. The award is in honor of her exceptional voluntary service supporting cancer patients and their families in St. Lucia. His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, presented Dorothy Phillip with her Commonwealth Points of Light Award as part of his official visit to St. Lucia. Dorothy Phillip founded Faces of Cancer, a group that supports patients and their families through the trauma of cancer. Founded in 2009, the group now supports over 200 members in a number of ways, from financial to emotional support.
What I would like to see happen is that I could inspire other people to volunteer their time and services for free, because sometimes it's not money. Money is not always all, but giving your time, there's always a reward in the end.
A survivor of cancer herself, Dorothy's vision has been to challenge misconceptions around the illness, and she regularly runs awareness-raising seminars in schools and communities. Phillip works to inspire other cancer patients and to build their self-confidence and to feel supported as they undergo treatment.
Anytime I talk to people, I always talk about my journey, which was a very hard one. I went through 14 surgeries, and I'm here today. I went to over 50 rounds of chemotherapy, and I'm still here today. So I like to talk to people and show them my journey so that it could inspire them, to let them see I'm alive and well and they don't have to die.
Resident UK High Commissioner to St. Lucia, Steve McCready, noted his delight that Dorothy Phillip has been recognized with a Points of Light Award. He says the work that she is doing in supporting and helping to improve the lives of people affected by cancer, and her work to raise awareness and educate the people of St. Lucia about the disease, is truly inspiring.
It's been described as the biggest music event in Jamaica since Bob Marley's Smile Jamaica concert in 1976. Jamaica's National Stadium, which hosted the concert, is listed as having a capacity of 35,000. For the first night of Buju Banton's Long Walk to Freedom tour, it's estimated there were more than 40,000 people there. watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Sports news with Tennyson Glasgow is up next.